The Grand Galactic Assembly had not convened in full session for over a millennium. But on that day, every seat was filled. Representatives of 92 species, each cloaked in the banners of their empires. A single vote was on the agenda: Earth. The Terrans had grown quickly, too quickly, in the eyes of the Assembly. Their colonies expanded across the outer arms. Their technologies rivaled the core, and whispers spoke of fleets that moved like ghosts. The Assembly feared what they did not control. So they made their decision. 92-0. Enslavement. Earth would be occupied, its people reduced to laborers, its weapons dismantled. The vote passed. Weeks later, the combined fleet of the Assembly arrived in the Sol system, a grand coalition of cruisers, carriers, and dreadnoughts. The skies over Earth darkened as their warships blotted out the sun. The Assembly's supreme envoy transmitted the verdict. By unanimous decree of the Galactic Assembly, Earth is to be subdued and repurposed. Resistance will result in termination. On Earth, the reply was brief. Message received. Then silence. The fleet waited for surrender. None came. Instead, their long-range sensors began to fail. Communications jammed. Navigation systems flickered and died. Ships vanished from formation, one after another, without a single shot fired. Panic rippled through the coalition ranks. "Where is their fleet?" Atari Admiral demanded, his 6 eyes darting across the failing displays. "There is no fleet," another barked. "The Terrans have no standing armada." But they were wrong. Hidden within the asteroid belt, beneath icy moons and forgotten stations, the Terran defense force stirred. For centuries, humanity had prepared, not to conquer, but to endure. A voice cut through the void, transmitted on every channel. "You voted to enslave us. Now you will learn what that vote cost you." And then they struck. The first wave hit the Coalition flagship formation near Mars. Hypersonic rail slugs ripped through their dreadnoughts, splitting them open like eggshells. Boarding pods laced with nanite swarms turned corridors into slaughterhouses. The Coalition tried to form ranks, but their diverse fleets, built for intimidation, not unity, collapsed under the Terrans' precision. Humanity fought like a species born in fire, relentless, adaptive, and merciless. Within hours, the Coalition's command structure was gone. Within days, their fleets were drifting wreckage. Back on Earth, High Commander Jonas Hale watched the battle unfold from the orbital command hub. "They thought a vote was enough to chain us," he said, voice cold as vacuum. His adjutant, a veteran of the Outer Rim skirmishes, gave a thin smile. "What now, sir?" Hale looked at the list of signatures from the Assembly vote. 92 names. 92 empires. "Now," he said, "we make them remember what the cost of arrogance is." One by one, the Terran fleets crossed the stars. Not to conquer, but to punish. Planets that had raised their hands to enslave Earth found their shipyards turned to ash. Supply lines vanished overnight. Puppet governments collapsed as Terran operatives whispered in the dark. And everywhere they went, they sent the same message. "This is the consequence of your vote. You wanted chains for us. Now you will carry the weight of your decision." The Assembly convened again, but this time the hall was half empty. Fleets that once dominated the core worlds were gone. Species that had cheered for Earth's enslavement now sent envoys begging for mercy. From their fortified position in Sol, the Terrans finally responded. A single transmission, short and sharp. "Mercy was yours to give before the vote. Now you will earn it." In the months that followed, the Assembly fractured. Old alliances broke apart. Some worlds surrendered to Terran oversight willingly, hoping to survive. Others resisted and were erased from the map entirely. The myth of a weak, naive Earth was gone. In its place stood the truth, a death-world civilization that had endured predators, wars, and extinction itself, and learned from all of it. On the bridge of the Terran flagship TSV Judicator, Commander Hale recorded a final report. History will remember this not as the rise of Earth, but as the fall of hubris. The galaxy thought unity made them strong, but their unity voted for chains, and now they kneel. The transmission was sent, and across the stars, those who once voted to enslave humanity bowed their heads and whispered the same word: mercy.